Hi everyone, hope you all are staying safe and hygienic. Coming to today's topic, we'll be discussing about a project, more specifically a machine learning project named as Sentence Vibes. In this project, we'll be finding the sentiment of a sentence. For example, we can say perfect e-learning is the best platform to learn Python, machine learning, and data structures. It's a positive sentence, and for suppose the statement is I don't like this book. It has all the similar stuff. It's not so interesting. It's a negative sentence. So we'll be classifying the sentiment of a sentence in this project. The data set I used here is collected from the Amazon review sections. So there are almost 10,000 reviews that I collected here. And coming to the flowchart of the project, firstly we'll import the necessary libraries and we'll define few classes. We'll load the data and understand it. Then we'll split into training and testing sets. And as it is reviews, it is a text data. We need to, as machine can't understand this text data, we'll convert into a vector by using a TF-IDF vectorizer. It makes the process easier and smoother. It will be clearly understood in the upcoming code where we'll use it. And we'll do this project with three different machine learning algorithms: support vector machines, decision tree classifier, and logistic regressions. And we'll calculate all the accuracies and we'll be finding the best model that suits the problem. And finally, we'll give some random examples and test our model. So without any late, we'll start the code. So yes, just a second. I want to show you the reviews here. We are having different columns in our data, like reviewer ID, as in reviewer name, helpful, review text. The thing that matters here is the review text one and the overall one. This is the overall is the rating, 5 star, 4 stars, likewise, and the remaining all are unnecessary for us. So coming to the code, first we'll be importing the necessary libraries like NumPy for numerical Python, Matplotlib and Seaborn for graphical representation, Pandas for data framing, and JSON for as the file is in JSON format. We'll import the JSON module to load it, and we'll be importing random. Uh, Random, the name itself describes it gives a random values between few numbers or words, likewise. So we'll be defining here a few classes. Firstly, we'll define a class named as sentiment, where we will be writing negative as a negative on strings and positive as a positive in strings in caps lock. The remaining two classes, just leave it for now. I'll be explaining in the further code more clearly. Now we'll make an empty list named as reviews, where we will be storing all our reviews. Now we'll open the file name using with open the file name here as it is as f, and for each line in f we'll load that line into a variable named as review JSON. And from that review JSON we have many columns as we have seen here: overall, summary, likewise. We'll be only selecting the review text and overall one, which will be required for this project, and we'll append each review into this reviews array, list. Yes. So for example, we'll see a random review. Just a second. I'll run all these cells. This is the first book in the trilogy, and I'm looking forward to reading the second one. I like how the main characters interacted with famous characters in Western history. This is a good review, and its score must be a 4 or 5. Yes, it's 5. So the sentiment must be positive or negative. It's 5. It must surely be positive. So here we defined a class named as review, where we'll initialize it using text and score. And for the sentiment, we'll define another name called as another method known as get sentiment, where if that score is less than 3, we'll return sentiment dot negative. What does sentiment of negative means? See, sentiment dot negative means this -1. And if the else, score is 3 or 4 or 5, we'll be returning sentiment dot positive. That is a positive. So what will be coming here as the sorry, I had written mistake here. So yes, it is a positive sentence. Now from the sklearn model selection module, we'll be importing the train test split method, where we'll split the data into training and testing sets. We'll use the train test split of reviews, and we'll keep the test size as 0.33. That means 33% of the data undergoes to testing one. So it means training data must be, just a second, I'll run this. So training examples and data sets are 6,700, and for testing there'll be like 3,300. Yes, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's 3,300. Now I have defined the variable name as train container is equals to review container of training. Means the training data is undergoing a class named as review container. Let's go and check it. Yeah, class review container where only reviews will be stored, not the score, that rating 4 star, 5 star. So okay, here in the train container all the training reviews will be there, and test container all the testing reviews. Okay, so let's run this cell, and further we'll be splitting the data into X train X test and Y train Y test, where X train and Y train will be the reviews one, and where X train and X test will be the reviews one, and Y train and the Y test will be the sentiment one. Okay, so let's run cells, and here the problem arises. Yes, let me show you more clearly. In this all training data set, we are having a 6,258 examples of positive sentences. We are using a method, simple method, which is in Python, ytrain.count sentiment.positive. There are 6,258 examples of positive sentences in the training data set. It's good. But coming to the negative ones, there are just 442, such a big difference. It's wholly favored to positive sentences. There is a lot of data missing in the negative ones. So we need to normalize the data. Both the positive and the negative reviews must be the same. So I defined here a method known as evenly distribute. Let me show you just a second. Yeah, evenly distribute. Here the negative equal to will be taking a list of will be filtering lambda and defining of variables and functions. If that sentiment is equals to sentiment dot negative, then they'll go into the negative ones, and if it is the positive review, then they'll go into the positive ones. Here the negative reviews are 442, so we'll reduce the positive reviews into 442, so we will be having equal data, so we'll get a better accuracy. So we'll name a variable named as a positive shrunk is equals to positive of up to so on length of negative, len function, it's in Python. So we'll be having the positive shrunk and negative same number of reviews. So again in the total reviews part, we're just keeping negative plus positive shrunk, and we'll just shuffle the data using the random module. If we won't shuffle, the same order will be maintained and divided into training and testing data sets, and the problem arises there. So we must necessarily use the random module to shuffle the data. So again I'll run all the cells. So now the positive and negative sentences are evenly distributed. We can check out here. So negative sentences are 440, good, and positive must also be 440 around. Good, 440. Yes, now the data is normalized. So now we can go to the further part, that is using a TF-IDF vectorizer. Here the reviews are having few words like this book is good, this book is bad. Computer doesn't understand that this book is good is a positive sentence. So we'll take all this bag of words and we'll represent it in a vector, so the computer can understand, okay, this is the vector, and the elements represents it's a positive or a negative one. So we'll be importing TF-IDF vectorizer from the sklearn.feature extraction.text module, and we'll make a vectorizer which is equals to TF-IDF vectorizer, and then we'll be just as we'll only change the reviews one because they are in the text data which we need to transform into a vector. We don't need to transform the positive and negative into vectors. So we'll just change the x1, I mean x train vector and x text vector. Yes, so we'll fit transform of x train and transform. As in the testing vector, we don't need to fit the data, we'll just transform it. But for training, we need to fit it also. So I'll run this. So as I have said in the earlier PPT, we'll be using three machine learning algorithms here. Firstly, support vector machines. We'll import it from sklearn.svm. We'll name it as classware svm, and we'll fit the data using the fit method as xtrain vector and ytrain. Yes, xtrain vector, the data we have transformed and fitted into it. So the predictions will be named as this model dot predict, this predict method of x test vector, where we just transform, we didn't fit the data. So here are the predictions, and we should also know the accuracy score of it. So we'll be importing both accuracy score and F1 score. So we'll store it in a variable called as CLF classifier support vector machine score is equals to accuracy score of y test and y predictions. So y test is the actual data that we have splitted here, and the y predictions is the predicted data that we have predicted here. So firstly I'll be printing the accuracy score of it, and then F1 score of both positive and negative reviews separately. This is the average of both ones. I'll just run this out. Yeah. So this is the average of both positive and negative reviews, and this is the positive one 0.83, that is 83%, good, and negative ones is 83.9%. It's really amazing. So here just don't forget the syntax F1 score of y test and y pred. We don't need an average one, so I'm writing here like this. So we'll get for positive as separate and negative as a separate one. So now we'll do the same thing with the decision tree classifier. We'll importing it from sklearn.tree, and we'll name our model as classifier decision trees. Classifier decision trees will fit the data using fit method, and we'll be predicting the same as x test vector. And the same accuracy score and F1 score will be importing from sklearn.matrix, and we'll be finding its accuracy score. I'll just print. You can just copy the same code here. So here the accuracy is 64% for both. It's almost same for both positive and negative ones. So average is 64, but support vector machines had a better accuracy than decision trees. So next we'll go to the logistic regression model. Here, so we'll be importing the logistic regression one from sklearn.linear model. We'll define a classifier logistic regression name variable, and then we'll fit the data, and we'll be predicting those x test vector into y predictions, and we'll be finding the accuracy scores same likewise, positive and negative ones. We'll run it. So this is 82%, and this is 83. Support vector machine suits this problem more. Also logistic regression 2, almost near 82 and 83. Yes, it's good. So now we'll be as this is good, we'll use this model to predict few random examples. I'm using the CLF log dot predict. I can't directly select, I mean keep the data here. I need to transform it using a vectorizer. So I'm using a vectorizer which I have already previously given here. Yeah, TF-IDF vectorizer here. So we'll transform the data first into a bag of words like vector. So here a few examples like very bad, I loved it, awesome, worst one. So let's predict them. Yeah, absolutely. Very bad is a negative sentence. I loved it is a positive sentence. Awesome is a positive sentence. Worst one is a negative sentence. So I hope you have really enjoyed this session. I wanted to tell a good application of this. If you're having a YouTube channel and you upload a video, there'll be a lot of comments in the comment section. So you have no time to read all those comments, right? So you'll take all those comments into this data, and you'll be predicting. and you'll be knowing how many positive reviews are there for you, how many negative reviews. It saves a lot of your time, isn't it? Yes. Thank you.